Hadisi Raju, our top stories. President Tinubu begins historic state visit to United Kingdom. FCT Minister inspects major road projects, promises completion by May. Multiple bomb blasts hit Maiduguri, Borno State capital. And Nigerian Railway Corporation releases interim report on Abuja-Kaduna train accident. You are watching Aso Briefing. Watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, and Free TV channel 507. We are also on Radio Chevron channel 38. We now go ahead with details of all our stories. Now we start with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will depart Abuja on Tuesday, March 17 for a state visit to the United Kingdom, accompanied by the First Lady Senator Oluyemi Tinubu. A statement of presidential spokesperson Bayo Onanuga said the president, who was invited as guests of their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla, will be hosted at Windsor Castle from Wednesday, March 18th to Thursday, March 19th. The state visit is the first by a Nigerian leader in 37 years, and the president, who is also the first Nigerian leader to be hosted by the British monarch at Windsor Castle. While at Windsor Castle, President Tinubu and their Majesties will invite others to view a special exhibition of items from the royal collection related to Nigeria. The royal family will host a state banquet in honor of the Nigerian guests in the evening. President Tinubu will also hold a bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Keir Starmer at 10 Downing Street, which will lead to expanded bilateral agreements between senior officials of the both countries. The president will also witness the signing of the landmark £746 million financing deal between UK Export Finance and the Nigerian Ports Authority and the Federal Ministry of Finance to support the refurbishment of two of Nigeria's major national maritime infrastructure, the Lagos Port Complex and the Tinkan Island Port Complex. The president will also be the guest of honor at the Nigerian Modernism exhibition showcasing modern arts and culture, and will also attend a reception with Nigerian and British business leaders and the diaspora community. President Tinubu will return to the country at the conclusion of the state visit. Now, President Bola Tinubu says he did not have a hard time deciding where and how newly appointed Minister of State for Finance Tayo Oyedele would fit in his cabinet. The president, who stated this on Monday at the swearing of Oyedele as minister at the presidential villa, Abuja, described Oyedele as a very dedicated and highly determined individual. He thanked the new minister for his contribution to improving Nigeria's tax policy, which he said had been obsolete. Speaking during the screening, the newly sworn in minister, Oyedele, said his decades-long experience working on global reforms regarding the ease of doing business and taxation across 180 countries had prepared him for the role. President Tinubu will recall how nominated Oyedele as the Minister of State for Finance on March 3, 2026, to replace Doris Uzoka Onite, who was moved to serve as the Minister of State for Budget and National Planning. The Senate confirmed him days later as Minister-designate through a voice vote at the Committee of the Whole after hours of screening. Oyedele is a former chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform. His tenure as chairman led to the creation of 4 bills: the Nigerian Tax Bill, the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill, the Nigerian Revenue Service Bill, and the Joint Revenue Service Board. Now moving to the nation's capital, where the FCT Minister, Barrister Wilson Wike, says several ongoing road projects across the territory are on track for completion ahead of President Bola Tinubu's 3rd anniversary in office. Barrister Wike gave the assurance after inspecting projects linking Karsana, Kubwa, Jahi, Gwarimpa, and Kuje, noting that contractors have maintained steady progress on key infrastructure aimed at improving connectivity across the capital city.
Let us not pretend, all of us know an armed robber cannot go to a place where there are no people linking the armed robber. There must be somebody very close. Kidnappers don't also go to just say, as I kidnap somebody. There must be an informant. So it's not far from the fact that yes, they have collaborations between the various the partners. Okay, take for example, we're talking about the embassies. First of all, for the dual control to give you a visa of duty, you must show ownership, and that ownership is CFO. We can find out that there's no CFO. How did that prove the duty? So these are the kind of problems we have.
Among the projects inspected was the N16 interchange linking Jahi and Gwarimpa, as well as the airport route to Kuje project being handled by Arab contractors. The minister said the projects are expected to be completed by the end of May and will significantly ease transportation for residents commuting between satellite towns and the city center.
First of all, I don't know why you can have a good transport system when you don't have a connectivity and you don't have good road the network. It's a simple one for you to connectivity, and that makes transport to be easy. That's what every city is looking up to.
Barrister Wiki also defended the recent demolitions of illegal structures in parts of the capital city, including areas designated as green zones and diplomatic land. He said the actions were necessary to enforce the city's master plan and warned that the administration would not tolerate violations of approved land use.
And then we are here now in the like I've always said that people do not obey or do not want to obey laws, and simply because they always believe that government will come and go, and so let's just wait. When the government comes and go, we'll continue what we are doing. We will not allow that. It doesn't matter, but we'll do the right thing. This place was given as a green area, but for what we have seen now, they want to develop it to an estate, which is a violation. And this is the kind of things we have always complained about. People will use different strategies to get land from government. At the end of the day, they will do a different thing. So we have to demolish it. And we are also going to withdraw the whatever approval he has, because it was not given to him to develop estate. It was for green area.
Now, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has inaugurated the Media and Publicity Subcommittee of the 2026 APC National Convention. The inauguration took place in the Minister's Conference Room, Radio House Abuja. Top Sigimba has details.
Minister of Information and National Orientation, Malam Mohammed Idris, said the Media and the Publicity Subcommittee of the 2026 APC National Convention is not only reporting the activities leading to the convention, but also developing content, create media relations, and liaise with other committees for the successful hosting of the convention. He said the subcommittee goes beyond publicity. It involves ensuring accurate information dissemination, promoting transparency, coordinating media engagement, and projecting the process and outcomes of the convention to Nigerians and the international community. He said, as a co-chairman of the subcommittee, the responsibility entrusted to this committee is therefore both strategic and vital.
Let me thank you most sincerely once again for accepting to serve and to ask you to please work very hard. We don't have much time again. Let's work very hard. And as I said earlier, the success or otherwise of this convention is dependent on how well we organize this committee and how well we ensure that all the programs that we have set up also are ventilated to the Nigerian public effectively and positively. So let me thank you and to tell you that I'm part of what you are doing, and whatever you do there, I'm sure I'm going to get details of that, and then also, of course, relay that to the chairman, His Excellency Member Labuni.
The minister said, as a party, the APC remains committed to advancing the renewed hope agenda of the president, and this forthcoming convention provides another opportunity to demonstrate the unity, discipline, and shared commitment to national progress. A member of the Media and Publicity Subcommittee, Tunde Ramon, said the subcommittee would do its best to ensure a successful hosting of the convention.
We are able to do our work well. There's no more to it than, sharing out the work, ensuring that at the end of the day we coordinate to ensure that we have a each-free convention of the different parties in Sub-Sahara.
The ABC National Convention is expected to be held soon. Topsy Gimba, reporting for Aso Television News.
Now, on a sad note, multiple bomb blasts in Maiduguri, the capital city of Borno State, has claimed the lives of 23 persons, while 108 others sustained varying degrees of injuries. This was confirmed by the spokesman of Borno State Police Command, Nahum Kenneth Dasu, who disclosed this in a press statement on Tuesday. In the statement, Kenneth Dasu said suspected suicide IED explosions occurred at about 1924 hours on Monday at Maiduguri Mundi Market, University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, and the post office flyover area. He said preliminary investigation reveals that the incidents were carried out by suspected suicide bombers, adding that following the incidents, a combined team of police tactical units, the military, and other joint security operatives were swiftly deployed to the affected areas. The command spokesperson said the victims were promptly evacuated by emergency response responders, including the National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA) and the State Emergency Management Agency (SEMA), to medical facilities where they are currently receiving treatment. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum called the apparent bombings barbaric and said the recent surge in attacks is not unconnected with intense military operations in the Sambisa forest, a known jihadist stronghold. Now, the Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) has issued a traffic advisory to motorists and travelers along the Wagwalada corridor in the FCT, following congestion caused by ongoing dismantling work on the temporary steel fortification on the Wagwalada bridge. The Corps says the construction activity has led to slow traffic movement around the area, ordering road users to remain calm, exercise patience, and cooperate with traffic officials deployed to manage the situation. Motorists have also been advised to comply with directives from the FRSC personnel and other security agencies to help ease congestion and prevent avoidable crashes. The advisory comes ahead of the Eid al-Fitr celebrations, when vehicular movement is expected to increase across major highways. The FRSC is therefore urging drivers to maintain lane discipline, avoid dangerous overtaking, and approach the construction zone with caution while planning their journeys ahead to ensure safe travel for all road users. Still on the traffic issues, the FRSC has rescued victims from multiple vehicle crash along the AYA Yanya Expressway near Kulu Furniture Market in the Federal Capital Territory. The accident occurred Monday evening and involved 6 vehicles, including 2 tippers, a commercial bus, and several private cars. FRSC officials say rescue teams arrived at the scene within 4 minutes of receiving a distress call and immediately began emergency operations. One victim trapped in a damaged tipper was rescued, given first aid, and evacuated to the National Hospital Abuja for immediate treatment. In all, 39 people were involved in the crash, with 2 men sustaining injuries ranging from bruises to fractures. FRSC operatives also carried out traffic control and removed the damaged vehicles, restoring normal traffic flow along the busy corridor, while the vehicles involved were later handed over to the police for investigation. The Corps Marshal of the FRSC, Sheikh Mohammed, reiterated the Corps' commitment to rapid emergency response and urged motorists, especially drivers of heavy-duty vehicles, to observe speed limits and traffic rules and regulations to prevent avoidable crashes. Now, the Society for Enhancement of Women Integration has called for support for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. National Secretary of the group, Professor Ridwan Adeyemi, called for the support during a national media conference alongside a special prayer session for the nation held at the conference room of Abuja Broadcasting Corporation. Our reporter Kabiru Jibril reports.
The way the people of the nation are, that is how God will put their leader on them.
The event, which brought together political mobilizers, women organizations, and grassroots campaign networks, began with a special prayer session.
God will honor our words in the name of Jesus.
Speaking on behalf of the coalition representative and support group.
In an address, National Secretary of the Society for Enhancement of Women Integration, Professor Ridwan Adeyemi, noted significant policy reforms of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration aimed at stabilizing the economy and strengthening national security.
The nationwide network of witness to door-to-door ambassadors and Nigerian development group support groups will begin a coordinated program of civic engagements, policy advocacy, grassroots mobilization, and public enlightenment aimed at supporting the administration's vision for national transformation.
My own majorly is to appreciate Allah.
The national coordinator, Haja Fatoki, explains that the event serves as a moment of national reflection and prayers. Speaking further, she emphasized the importance of national unity and collective prayers for the progress and stability of the country.
Our endorsement is rooted in the conviction that Nigeria is currently undergoing an important phase of economic restructuring, institutional reform, and national rebuilding. This reform requires continuity, stability, and sustained leadership in order to fully deliver their intended benefits to the Nigerian people.
To love your nation is part of the faith. So our purpose here is come and do the rights of our deen.
O Allah, put your mercy, blessing, grace, benevolence, and guidance on this our great leader.
Participants at the event reaffirmed their confidence in the leadership of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, urging Nigerians to continue to pray for peace and stability of the country. Kabiru Jibril, Aso Television News.
When Aso Briefing returns, more stories on business and more. Please stay with us.
Some things don't arrive. They've always been. Not for a day, for all of time. Until quietly something shifts. Moving from someday to now. Women are not honored in time. They are woven through it, shaping every story, every voice, every breath. We are because she is, and because tomorrow they will be.
You are watching Aso Briefing. Watch us live on DSTV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We are also on YouTube on channel 38. And now we continue with the news. The chairman of Abaji Council, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, has concluded a humanitarian outreach aimed at supporting Islamic tafsir preachers and Quranic reciters across mosques in the council area. The outreach, which took place during the holy month of Ramadan, was carried out by a delegation led by the Deputy Chief of Staff, Honorable Abdurrahman Ibrahim Aguye. Other members of the delegation included the Senior Special Assistant on Security, Comrade Mukhtar Gambu, Elder Ya Dauda Dambeze of the Council Store Unit, and the Wakil and Chief Imam of Abaji Council, Malin Aya Jibril. During the visits to several mosques within the Abaji Council, the delegation presented cash support on behalf of the chairman to tafsir preachers and Quranic reciters in appreciation of their dedication to spreading Islamic teachings and guiding the Muslim faithful. The Deputy Chief of Staff explained that the gesture reflects the Council's commitment to encouraging Islamic scholars who devote their time and knowledge to preaching and reciting the Holy Quran, especially during the spiritual period of Ramadan. In their response, the tafsir preachers and Quranic reciters expressed appreciation to the chairman for their support and recognition given to them. They described the gesture as timely and encouraging for those engaged in religious teachings within the council. They also offered special prayers for the chairman, Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, asking God to guide, protect, and strengthen him throughout the remainder of his first tenure, and granting wisdom, good health, and divine direction as he prepares to begin his second tenure. The Islamic scholars further prayed for sustained peace, unity, and prosperity in Abaji Council, Nigeria, and the world at large during the blessed month of Ramadan. Now, the Nigerian Radio Corporation, NRC, has released an interim report on Monday's train incident along the Kaduna-Abuja Road corridor, attributing the accident to a suspected coupling failure. The report, signed by the Managing Director of the corporation, Kayode Opiefa, disclosed that 26 passengers and onboard personnel sustained varying degrees of injuries during the incident. According to the report, the Kaduna to Abuja service, KA2, which departed, had an incident at about 9:16 a.m. while the train was approaching Asham Station between kilometer points 50 and 51 along the route. Preliminary findings, according to the NRC, suggest that the impact was caused by an issue with one or more couplers linking the locomotive and the coaches, leading to a possible decoupling. The corporation, however, clarified that none of the train coaches derailed during the incident. Following development, the affected units locomotive 2809, power car DVA 002, and passenger coach SP006 were detached to enable the train continue its journey. The report added that the train eventually departed the incident site at 9:42 a.m., arrived Kubwa at 10:10 a.m., and terminated its journey at Ibu Station at 10:39 a.m., recording a total delay of 38 minutes. Now, the General Overseer of Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries, MFM, Dr. Daniel Kolawale Olukoya, has called on Nigerians to practice righteousness and pray for the country and her leaders. Dr. Olukoya gave the charge on Sunday evening during an interview with journalists in Abuja at the sidelines of the launch of his Miracle City located in Gwagwalada Area Council of the FCT. Our reporter Richard Alochimanyede brings in this report.
Dr. Olukoya, who was in Abuja for a 3-day apostolic visitation from 13th to 15th of March 2026, ministered at the MFM headquarters Wuye and the Miracle City, a magnificent edifice which was eventually launched on Sunday evening. Speaking on what inspired the commissioning and launching of the Miracle City, as well as how it will affect humanity, the MFMGO said,
Okay, the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry is a prayer ministry. That's why you don't find us making too much noise. Prayer is not a noisy affair. We pray. We're praying for the nation. We're praying for everyone who needs help. So our vision is to spread the fire of prayer all over the nation. So the Miracle City is not the only kind of prayer city we have. We have one in Wari, we have one in Enugu, we have one in Pangshi. So we have these prayer cities scattered all over the place just to spread the fire of prayer. We are affected by positively changing their lives and making them better people. Righteousness exalts a nation. Sin is a reproach to any nation. We should practice righteousness. We should pray for ourselves, pray for our country, pray for our leaders.
In an early administration on Saturday, 14th of March 2026, at the Miracle City, Dr. Olukoya, while preaching on connecting to the deliverer from death, highlighted the areas God delivers his people from.
God delivers his people from death, delivers the eyes from tears, and the feet from stumbling.
The 3 days event witnessed intense prayers, prophetic declarations, deliverance, spiritual warfare, and an outpouring of fresh fire. Richard Alechenwanyebe, Aso Television News.
Now on business, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) says Nigeria's headline inflation rate eased to 15.06% in February 2026. Data released on Monday by the Bureau showed a marginal drop of 0.04 percentage points from the 15.10% recorded in January. While the decline is slight, it signals a continued trend of moderation that policymakers at the CBN are expected to monitor closely as they pursue price stability. According to the report, Consumer Price Index (CPI), which measures the average change over time in price of goods and services consumed by households, rose to 130.0 in February 2026, up from 127.4 in January, representing a 2.6-point increase within the month. On a year-on-year basis, headline inflation fell significantly to 15.06% compared to 26.27% recorded in February 2025, representing a decline of 11.21 percentage points. However, prices increased at a faster pace on a monthly basis. The inflation rate stood at 2.01% in February, higher than 2.88% recorded in January. The NBS noted that the food prices remain the largest driver of inflation during the period. Now that's Aso Briefing for today. I'm Harris Raju. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.